$1 t-shirt. You're not taping this. Stop.
Okay. All right. Serious business now. You ready?
We do have to stop after so many questions so I can edit. I can cut it, I guess.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Deep breath.
I'm gonna introduce myself first.
Okay. Mr. Miracle.
Hi, my name is Lee Miracle. I'm with the Southeast Michigan Volunteer Militia, and I'm gonna answer my wife.
What is your position in the Southeast Michigan Volunteer Militia?
My position in the Southeast Michigan Volunteer Militia is I am the elected coordinator, which is not quite a commander, more like a manager. I make sure that the different groups communicate with each other. Hi, Bruce. And I do a lot of the writing. I'm a primary author. And I also am the primary webmaster of the webpage. I kind of do the babysitting, the coordinating, I referee sometimes, and I just kind of keep things going. And also I'm the backup everything. If we're missing a cook or a server or a guard, I step in and fill that myself.
Quite honestly, Mr. Miracle, I think your wife fills in the cook position.
Well, yeah, my wife, yeah, okay, thanks, honey. You're the best interviewer ever. My wife cooks, but she doesn't fill in. She's like a major player in the cooking scene.
So, how long have you been involved in the Michigan Militia?
I got involved with the Michigan Militia back in September of '94, about a year and a half after, stop it! About a year and a half after Norm Olson started the whole thing. We started out as one of the brigades of the entire Michigan Militia Corps Wolverines. We broke apart as a separate Wayne County Brigade, and then we reincorporated in 2004 or 5 as the Southeast Michigan Volunteer Militia, which covers basically Metro Detroit.
Okay.
So almost since the beginning, 17, 18 years.
How do you balance militia time with your family time?
My wife is going to roll her eyes at this one like she did. How do I balance militia time with family time? Well, the best way to do that is to incorporate the two together. When you do some militia activity, bring your family along like we did this past weekend. And when we go on hikes or shooting or camping, we can always bring the kids. Other than that, I try to get all my web work done, work on the web page, work online. I try to get that done before my wife gets home because I get home before she does. And quit making faces. I try to get the work done. You know, we got a lot of technology we can use. We have cell phones, so sometimes I text the guys, you know, but not while I'm driving, officer. And we keep in touch that way. And I try to keep the militia stuff as peripherally as I can. I know I don't always succeed, but hopefully the family will want to be involved, and that won't be a conflict. Militia time is family time, kind of, sort of.
What are some non-militia activities that you and your family are involved in?
My wife and I like to garden. Ta-da! And we sometimes make the kids help, but they're not very good at it. We like to cook. My wife is an excellent cook, so I, don't get as many opportunities, but I can, throw a mean chicken on a skillet if I can. And I do run the grill when we grill. We go to movies together, go to the park, basically try to pry the kids off of the video games. Honey, I can't talk about that on an interview. That's not something the family does. That's just me and Mama, so stop. We take care of the kids. We take care of the animals. We sit around. Sometimes we watch TV together. The family likes America's Got Talent, Falling Skies, things like that. We sit and watch. Really, it's a lot of effort to just to maintain the household and maintain the kids. So that's a huge expenditure of time right there. But we do stuff together, and it's not always everyone involved. Like, we don't always take all the kids, but as long as we get a good handful of them on the way out the door, we'll go do something fun. We like going to my mom's or my sister's or my best friend's house. We like just hanging out with them. We're normal people. We do normal people things. And the kids are always jumping in the pool in the background, always. Sometimes we get in there with them. But mostly our job is to maintain the pool for their amusement. That kind of sucks.
Okay, very seriously now. What is wrong with the U.S. that you want to be in the militia?
What is wrong with the U.S. that I want to be in the militia? The question is, and again, we hear it a lot, the question itself is kind of loaded. There are some things wrong, but we're not involved because we're angry or because something's wrong. We're involved because there are right things. We're involved because we like society, we like our Constitution, we like our country and our community. So we're involved actually for positive reasons, for the good things. I like the National Football League. I like McDonald's. I like Hershey's chocolate bars, even though I'm diabetic. I like my Dodge van, even though it was mostly assembled in Canada. I like so much about this country that I want to protect and preserve that. We're not angry. We're not angry people. We're involved with this because we, out of a sense of duty, out of a sense of love, call it patriotism, we're involved because we want to preserve and protect the good things that we have. And if we can correct the bad things, then we will. There's a lot of spending going on that we think probably is a bad deal. And so does Wall Street. There are a lot of taxations, there's a lot of regulations, things of this nature that I'm not going to get into specifics right now. But for the most part, we love the country and we like to see it remain as it is. A proud country with the National Football League and McDonald's and aircraft carriers.
But why be in a group? Why can't you express your ideas and your values individually? Why do you need to be in a group?
I don't need to be in a group. I do so out of a sense of duty and obligation to my country, and the fact that I'm a military veteran and I'd like to see that training passed on to other people. I think that I do express myself individually, but I think we're more effective collectively. There are things that others in the group know that I don't, and we share our knowledge and our collective experience, and we'll make things better as a group. And I'm not a collectivist by any means, but yeah.
So, why do you wear the uniforms? Why do you train with guns? Why do you do specific maneuvers in the woods? What is the why is that necessary? Why can't you just put out your word on a web page or pass out pamphlets? What is it? Why is it so important that you collectively all get together once a month and you do basic training maneuvers?
It's important to do maneuvers and to do readiness drills because that's what they are. They're readiness drills. We are ready for circumstances that we hope never arise. We do tactical training because you may encounter a tactical circumstance. Hopefully not, but you'd like to know how to get your way out of one. We wear the uniforms because they're comfortable, they're functional, they're durable, and they're easy to wash. And they show that we are part of a civically responsible group. We train with the guns, we do the maneuvers because the same reason you have car insurance. You don't hope you're going to get in an accident, so we prepare for tactical circumstances that we hope never arise. There could be riots, there could be societal breakdown, there could be power interruptions, there could be storms that knock us off the grid for days or weeks. So we want to be ready for all that. We're just trying to be ready for as much as possible.
So give me an example. Let's say something happened today. We're all sitting at home and we get a storm and the power goes out and there's major flooding in the area. What would you do as an individual and as a collective group?
Well, the first thing everyone has to do as an individual is take care of themselves and their family, and then you start expanding outward from there. The power goes out, we have alternate light sources, alternate cooking sources, alternate heat sources, and we have non-perishable food stored that we can prepare and eat if necessary. So, as a household, our family is prepared to deal with it. When everyone is settled and everyone's calmed down and we've assessed the situation, we'll go next door across the street, we'll work with them. Eventually, if we have to, we'll link up with other militia members at pre-designated link-up points that I'm not discussing right now, and then we'll have to operate collectively if necessary. But right now, everyone takes care of themselves and work outward in an expanding circle of neighbors and your community, and then we'll link up as needed.
Very good. So if you didn't want to do the training and you didn't want to, say, go to the training sessions every month, could you still be in the militia and be an active member?
We require that you qualify once a year with your rifle. So if you come out and qualify and then don't come out and do anything else, you will be considered an active member until the end of the following year. So you can come out and qualify. But even if you don't want anything to do with the guns and you don't like camouflage and you think mosquitoes are evil, you can come to a meeting and you can get involved and you can do other things. We always need technical support. We always need, writers, photographers, cooks, medics. We always need people that don't necessarily have to have firearms. So there's a lot people can do.
So basically, you're a nonprofit organization that wants to help your community.
We can't use the term nonprofit because that has legal ramifications. We are an association of individuals. We are a not-for-profit, unincorporated association of individuals, technically. But yeah, we're all part of it, and we're all volunteers. And that's something people tend to overlook, is that we're all volunteers. We do this for free. We offer training, we offer advice, we offer knowledge, skills, and abilities to teach other people. We do this for free. It's all volunteer. By the same token, as an all-volunteer unit, people can leave anytime. So there's a certain degree of rigidity that we have to avoid to stop people from putting their rifle up and going home. So that's one of the marginal downsides of all volunteer. But that's how we roll. That's how we operate. We've been doing it for years, and we're successful.
So to sum it all up, what do you enjoy the most? What do you get out on a personal level? What do you get out for being the coordinator of the Southeast Michigan Volunteer Militia?
I do this kind of out of a sense of duty and obligation. What I get from it, I get the satisfaction of knowing that I've helped somebody learn to shoot. I've helped somebody learn how to set up a tent. I've learned somebody know how to purify water. I've helped somebody somewhere be more capable, more ready to survive. I've helped somebody, and I've seen people go from non-shooters to deadly accurate shooters. I have a lot of kids that we take out and they learn how to shoot, and they learn gun safety, they learn marksmanship. I have done what I can to help prepare everybody else, and they do what they can to help prepare me. The satisfaction is looking back and seeing someone go from novice to expert at something. And I think that's the big satisfaction.
You mentioned children. You have a youth group that you're setting up to eventually become members of the Michigan Militia and to follow through as they become older. These children are 17 and younger. What do you think the public will say about such a group that your own group is forming?
Well, some of them are going to panic, and that's all right with me. I think teaching children how to be responsible for themselves is every parent's duty. So we are teaching these children to be independent, to think for themselves, to prepare for their own survival. This past weekend we had basically a big what to do if you get lost class. We had some medical training. I mean, I think this is a very positive thing that we have the Junior Militia Corps forming up, and that a lot of our children are involved. So I think it's great, it's positive. And by the time they turn 18, they'll be ready to be part of the regular militia. Hopefully some will go in the regular military, some will go in the National Guard or the Reserve or whatever, but the ones that don't can still play a part in Homeland Defense by being in the militia. So we think that children are part of the homeland, and they should be getting ready to defend it too.
Okay.
I love you.